Okay, we're live.
We are live.
Here, let me. Okay, perfect. So, welcome everyone. I trust you all can hear me. We do have music going to assist with the energy of the burn. And similar to our first Ounchay, we'll just give time for people to settle in, come in, and gather your items. Again, you only need what you require. It can just be literally some fire and whatever plant that you want to burn. And then also remember to have a window open if you are inside. And just ensure the area is fire safe. That if things wanna get a little chaotic, that it's handled, you know. So take it easy, keep it easy, keep it simple. So let me check y'all, because the first time we went, I don't think I actually checked to see the live. So I want to see just how things are feeling. Um, okay. Good.
So if you're burning with us, you can have a little bit of water. You could have a candle. If you're receiving, you can have a candle. You can have some water with you to divine with, or just hold space with us and tune in to each of our altars right now, receiving the energy from our divine and receiving the energy from our ancient ancestors.
Yes, thank you. Does it sound okay? I apologize. Yeah, I touched the screen and it changed our sound. Does it sound good? Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'll move that along. But yes, just your presence. If you don't have anything to burn, you know, as Joan said, you can grab water, but just still be in the presence of, even with our altars and our setup, that's enough. So with that being said, we'll get started with um, doing our basic breath and also reciting the mantra. So wherever you are, just settle in a little, get comfortable. If you're sitting down, you know, put your hands on your knees or just lay your hands wherever they feel called to be laid. You can close your eyes and tune into your breath. And start to deepen your breath. And as you start to deepen your breath, we're going to bring our hands together to gather some heat before connecting into our body to complete the 3 breaths. Then we're going to start to slow down our hands. Bring it to a stop and just feel the energy between the palms, between the fingers. Just feel into it deeper. And then let's connect to our body. If you feel called, you can connect to your heart and to your solar or anywhere where your hands want to be laid. And again, we're going to do 3 evasive breaths. What that means is we'll be inhaling Ave into our solar, and then exhaling Sa, kind of feeling almost like a light is being shot out, like a pillar. So we'll do 3 of those, and let's start with the first one. Inhale Ave. Sa. Inhale, Ave. Sa. And then the final evasive breath, adding a smile as you exhale. Inhale, Ave. Sa. And let's bring our palms together at high heart, prayer position, and we're going to recite the mantra. You're welcome to repeat after me. I am here. I am ready. I am open. Guide me. Then let's seal with a breath. Inhale, Ave. Sa. Let's bring it back. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. And we'll continue with the burn. Okay. So, whew, I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I'm feeling with the music. Hopefully, you can hear like as I'm receiving it. But yeah, I'm feeling myself. So, my name is Jasmine. I am the spirit nurturer, and I'm feeling called to share this. I was having a conversation with my soul sister a few days ago, and we were talking about like our ancestors, and she was asking me because I was like, I really don't know exactly where they're from. And she was basically saying like, how did you get to where you are right now? And it just brought me back to I remember when Joan and I had our first freshwater our podcast, introduction, and just a reminder of like where my ancestors traveled along the river, Anishinaabe River. And I just feel called to share that because, currently with this snow moon in the heat, in the center, the heart of winter and the coldness, as I've traveled from the south to the north of like where snow is immaculate. It's just interesting. So I feel called to share that just as like part of who I am um, in Minnesota, and river traveler, water traveler. Uh, but I'm gonna keep that there. That's who I am for today. What you guys say. So I'm gonna pass it over to Joan.
So thank you, Spirit Nurturer, for sharing that. My name is Joan Lakshmi Ruparam, also go by Jay and the Goddess. And I'm feeling called to just welcome folks into this snow moon, this February snow moon that we're here. And before we get started with our burn, I just want to invoke the goddess and welcome the goddess in by acknowledging her presence. Shri Mata Namaha. And as we're going through this burn, I want folks just to bring in what this winter has been like for you. What has this season been revealing for you? What has your inner landscape been looking like in this reveal right now? And how has our Divine Mother been taking you on this journey so far with the new spring year? So, with that said, let's start our snow moon Ounchay together.
Oh, I love that. Let's start the snow moon Ounchay. Oh, that sounds so much fun. Okay, y'all, if y'all have not ignited the fire, let's ignite the fire. I'm gonna ignite my fire. And I'll start there and then get into what I'll be burning today. So I felt called to bring in three. The three. I saw this. This has been like in my room for a while, and it's been hanging out. So I was like, you know what? I think it wants to hang out with us on this burn. So I figured this energy would be nice to just bring in three flames. And I also have a nice it's a cone balls cone smudge incense, and the energy is surrounding the moon. So I'm just gonna have this going, just to have it going, have some smoke, and let that just sit here with us. So make sure that's good. Okay, perfect. Okay, and what I'll be burning today is, so I have actually brought my cedar stick. Now I've been holding on to the cedar stick for, it's been burning for a while. It's had some love, and I even actually made one a while ago, but this one still deserves love. So I'll have this one. I may not burn it, but its presence is still going to be here as representing the cedar tree, in the height of winter. So it's representing. And then I have my Palo Santo and Yerba Santa. So I'm still familiarizing myself with Yerba, um, and even if I'm pronouncing it correctly. But again, if you guys know, I love smells. So we're gonna see how it ignites with everything, with the burn, with the sweetness of the palo, and with the almost like the sweetness and the savoriness of the moon incense. We're gonna see how it goes. And let me actually get this. And I'll share one thing before I hand it over to Joan, because we were actually talking earlier, and I was just mentioning to her how, like, when I woke up this morning, like, I knew we were doing the Ounchay today, but I woke up with this, like, interesting energy. And it felt almost like a death energy, like energetically. And I feel like it's so, what's the word? It's in this time, in this energy that we're kind of igniting into the full moon. I believe that's happening on the 25th. Like, darkness sees no light, and I feel like sometimes we can get consumed by the darkness, and especially the death that happens in darkness, and almost want to, yeah, literally be consumed and like melt into it. And I guess with that being said, if you're feeling like any darkness or anything that feels unsettled or like maybe new to your spirit, maybe you're releasing something and it feels a little almost like empty, like, focus on, like, what are you bringing in? And this will come into what we'll be sharing, after the burn with our 120-day soul commitment coming up. But I just want to share that really quick and use this opportunity as we're burning, and if you're not burning, to really envelop in the smoke, and like I almost want to push some smoke over to you all, to let it seep into any unease and just feel into it, because presence, like, love is here, community is here, and it's always available, especially as we're navigating this journey. So I'm going to continue to burn, and yeah, actually I'm going to hand over to Joan, because yes.
So as you're burning, I want folks to really bathe yourself in the smoke medicine and to really bathe your auric field. Bathe any area in your body that feels tense, sore, stiff. Bathe your face, bathe your heart, bathe your crown. Really bathe your body in the smoke. As you are bathing, I'm going to be lighting this camphor, and I'm working with camphor today. and really connect with the flame. Flame. And I am using 2 Durga sticks or agarbatti sticks. Connecting with my heart. And make sure you have a window open. Connect with your breath. I usually like to connect with the flame, and I usually let the flame drain itself out. And I want to share that on this snow moon, the Dark Mother has really been taking me in the underworld of my inner landscape, really asking me to become aware of the choices that I have made that has brought me to this moment, and to acknowledge that there are feelings of pain inside of me that has brought me here, and to connect with the moments of pain that has brought me here, and to connect with some of the death and the dying and the shedding that is happening for me as I come to this moment. So that kind of brings us into the sharing that we have to reveal and the offering that Freshwater Society will be presenting in the new spring year. And we're calling it the new spring year because that is what it is for us. It is the new spring year. 120 days commitment to our soul work. And this soul work commitment was generated by Spirit Nurturer. So I'm going to let her share where this came from
Ooh,
as we continue to connect with the flame.
yes, yes. So it's interesting, I've been on this journey, had conscious awareness on my spiritual journey for a while, but it was the end of, last year. I joined a 40-day practice, and then after that, it led into the beginning of the new year. And then after that, I joined another 40-day practice. But in the midst of the first 40-day, I learned, you can extend beyond the 40 days. You can go to, I think it's like 40, then like 80, and then like 120. Like there's a way of there's a point of integration. And I want to give, what's the word? This wouldn't have happened if I didn't join the program. It was with, my, call her like my almost like teacher mentor within the well. Her name is Jules, and it was a Kundalini, like I said, Kriya that we did for 40 days. And I give thanks for just that being ignited within. But once I learned that the 120 days is like a point of integration, I was like, let me like continue after this 40-day practice to 120 days and commit to my soul work, because I've been like kind of like moving like when some people say in the flow, like sometimes the flow is not focused, and I've been in a flow and it hasn't been focused. So I'm like focused commitment to my soul work. And even what Joan and I are building, with Freshwater Society, like there's a certain level of responsibility that's required that needs to be held, especially with the womb sisters that are requiring support and requiring a nurturing supportive community. So with the 120 days, I was sharing this with Joan, and she actually ignited of like, why don't we share with everybody of doing it with Freshwaters. And I was like, okay, so yeah, let's do it. But the main focus and intention for this 120 days, especially if you're feeling called to join, is, you know, and this almost relates to my sharing earlier of the death, and even with Joan sharing the navigating, the inner terrains or darkness of, if you've been in a space that doesn't maybe seem clear, or maybe you've been, let's just say, straddling the fence or kind of going back and forth, this is an opportunity to come together within community. We'll be meeting once a month for 4 months, y'all. Only once a month. But this is an opportunity for your own inner introspection, and also an opportunity to be within community and showing up for community, because there's a reason why we came here. We're all part of a different soul galactic family, and the more time that we spend separated from our soul mission work, it's like getting further and further away, almost like being in a dream and not being able to reach what you're trying to get to. If you've been running a dream, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's the intention of being focused on what you're called here to do, and in a place to start. And Joan mentioned it of, what have you been navigating this winter? As a snow full moon, what has been coming up for you? What is an opportunity for you to reflect on? And whatever ignites or reveals itself to you will be or can be your focus. So that's where you can start. Like, start there. But um, I'll leave that there for now. And Joan, if you want to share anything else more regarding this 120 days commitment to our soul work, I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, so I think it's a really powerful invitation because we are seeing such massive global chaos, unrest, and it is awakening a lot inside of us. And it is kind of tapping us on the shoulder, asking us to come into the commitment of our soul work right now and to become awakened to what that is and to embody that purpose and that service. And so there is a massive awakening that is happening, and this 120 days commitment to our soul work is the recalibration of our energy in the walk of that service and that purpose. So we are wanting to walk together. We are wanting to hold hands as we move into our embodiment, as we are being led into our soul work right now. And that is truly what this invitation is. So here in Freshwater Society, we don't believe in doing work for you. We believe in holding each other up by being responsible for ourselves and coming into a space where we honor our responsibilities. and we honor the power of our energy to be responsible with. And that is the energy of the 120 days, is you are going to be responsible for walking in your soul work and coming to share that with community. So we have our last full moon Ounchay in March, which will be around the spring equinox, and that is a celebration into the new spring year. We will be celebrating that journey, and soon after, we will be starting our first gathering in April. And these gatherings are a check in, they might be 45 minutes long, maybe to an hour at max. And it really is a check in where you are on this journey of your soul work and sharing that in community as you continue to walk that path. So we'll continue to share more in the upcoming days in um, our coffee. What do we want to call that? It's kind of like a coffee platform.
Yeah, like it's like our coffee newsletter type coffee newsletter.
It's our coffee space, you know.
Yes.
It's www.ko-fi.com/freshwater society. More will be shared there and also on our personal spaces, Facebook, Instagram, etc. And we will be sharing more on the actual event itself in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. Be on the lookout for that. And we'll go deeper into depth for the 120 days commitment to our soul work. So that is our special reveal. That is the offering that Freshwater Society is bringing to the public and wanting to welcome our siblings on this walk in the purpose of our soul work with us.
Yes. Thank you. Oh wow. I see the flame. The flame has come to an end. Did the flame come to an end? Am I seeing correctly? Okay.
The flame that comes to an end.
That was an intense flame.
Yes.
There was definitely a lot that was received within this smudge, this ounchay, this clearing, cleansing. And once we kind of get off and log off, if you can take time just to integrate, if you need a rewatch and just receive, the energy that was exchanged here, please do. And again, we'll have everything shared um, on our platforms. If you have any questions, please ask. Yes. But I'm going to actually put out my flame, my fire right now. And you can see the incense still going. It's the smoke has been intense.
And so once we're done putting out the fire, we'll seal our out chair with a collective breath again. And we'll see you guys soon. So connect with your body, connect with your heart, connect with your breath. And just take a moment there connecting with yourself. Connect with the energy you received. Connect with any insights and download that you are feeling. And know that it is meant for you to become aware of. So let's take a deep evasive breath, inhaling the breath to the crown and releasing with a sigh. Deeply inhale. Deeply inhale. And our last evasive breath, deeply inhale. And end with a smile.
Mm. Thank you all for who are here. And we will see you. We will see you when we see you. But stay tuned again for everything that we're sharing for the equinox. I have my window open. You can probably hear. That's a sign. But peace to all. And we'll talk soon.
Peace.